Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the wildest moments in television history, and today we have an absolute bombshell that has the internet on fire, the explosive claim that John Travolta was literally kicked off the set of The View after a brutal live clash with Joy Behar that left everyone speechless. Now, before anybody gets too excited, we're going to unpack this entire story step by step because something about this headline smells fishier than a week-old tuna sandwich left in the sun. You've seen the clickbait titles flooding YouTube and Facebook: Travolta destroys Joy Behar live, John Travolta storms OFF The View after epic fight, complete with dramatic thumbnails of Travolta looking angry and Joy Behar with her mouth wide open in shock. These videos have racked up millions of views in just days. But here's the thing nobody is telling you in the first 30 seconds. This never happened. Not even close. There is zero footage, zero evidence, and zero credible news outlets reporting John Travolta even appearing on The View in the past decade, let alone getting into a screaming match and being escorted out by security. But the algorithm loves outrage, and these channels know exactly what they're doing when they slap Travolta's face next to Behar's with flames in the background. So let's break down exactly how this fake story was manufactured, who's behind it, and why it spread like wildfire even though any 5-second Google search proves it's completely fabricated from thin air. It all started about a week ago when a handful of little-known YouTube channels with names like Celebrity Tea Exposed and Hollywood Drama Uncovered began uploading nearly identical 15-minute videos using the exact same title: John Travolta kicked off The View after live clash with Joy Behar. The thumbnails are almost carbon copies of each other: Travolta in a black suit looking stern, Joy Behar mid-sentence with a red circle and exclamation mark, and big yellow text screaming "You won't believe what he said." Inside the videos, you're greeted with that classic text-to-speech voice that sounds like a robot trying to impersonate a dramatic movie trailer narrator. The script follows the same tired formula, starts with fake breaking news music, show a few random clips of Travolta from 20 years ago mixed with old View episodes that have absolutely nothing to do with each other, and then the voiceover begins inventing an entire confrontation that allegedly happened just yesterday. According to these videos, Travolta was invited to promote some non-existent project. Joy Behar asked him about Scientology, and Travolta supposedly lost his mind, called her disgusting names, and security had to physically remove him while the audience gasped. The problem? The View's official episode guide shows zero mention of Travolta as a guest in 2025, his own social media is silent, and not a single cast member has referenced any incident. Yet somehow millions of people watched, commented, finally someone put Joy in her place, and shared it without ever questioning why there's no actual video of this supposedly live television meltdown. So where did this fantasy fight even come from? Dig a little deeper and you find the same network of content farms that have been pumping out fake celebrity death hoaxes and manufactured talk show drama for years. These channels operate like an assembly line. They grab public domain clips, stitch them together with zero context, hire the cheapest text-to-speech software, and then flood the platform with sensational titles designed to trigger emotional reactions. The Travolta Behar story is particularly clever because it combines two things guaranteed to go viral: people who dislike Joy Behar and people who are still fascinated by John Travolta's connection to Scientology. Throw in the magic words "kicked off" and live television and you've got a perfect outrage cocktail. What's horrifying is how many viewers never make it past the first 2 minutes before they're absolutely convinced this happened. They see Travolta's face, hear a robotic voice claiming he said something outrageous, and their brains fill in the rest. By the time the video ends with "like and subscribe for more celebrity takedowns," the damage is done. The comment sections become echo chambers of people celebrating a confrontation that exists only in the imagination of whoever wrote the script in some basement for $20. And the saddest part? John Travolta and Joy Behar probably have no idea this narrative is even circulating. Let's be real for a second. Could you imagine John Travolta, the man who has spent 50 years smiling through every possible scandal and controversy, suddenly deciding that 2025 is the year he's going to have a live television meltdown on The View of all places? The same John Travolta who danced with Princess Diana, who survived the 90s tabloid era, who handled the most personal tragedies with grace. This is the guy who's supposedly going to snap because Joy Behar asked him a spicy question. It doesn't add up on any level. And Joy Behar herself has been doing this show for almost 30 years. She's argued with everyone from politicians to reality stars, and never once has a guest been physically removed. The View has had heated moments, sure, but kicked off the set by security would be the biggest television story of the year, covered by every major outlet from CNN to TMZ, with the clip playing on loop for weeks. Instead, we have a broken bar. Nothing. No statements, no paparazzi photos of Travolta storming out of ABC studios, no audience members posting their shocked reactions on TikTok, just a bunch of identical YouTube videos racking up ad revenue while the algorithm pushes them to anyone who's ever searched for either celebrity's name. This is peak fake news era, where fiction spreads faster than reality because fiction is more entertaining. The bigger issue here isn't even that a few channels lied about a non-existent fight, it's that this is happening every single day with every single celebrity you can think of. Tom Cruise yelling at Oprah, Morgan Freeman slapping Whoopi Goldberg, Denzel Washington walking off Ellen. None of it happened, but the videos keep coming because the model works. People want to see their favorite stars finally say what we're all thinking. And these channels are happy to invent it wholesale. They count on the fact that most viewers won't fact-check, won't notice the complete lack of sources, won't question why there's no actual footage of something that supposedly happened live on national television. And YouTube's algorithm rewards them for it because angry people watch longer, comment more, and share with their friends who are also angry. It's a perfect parasitic relationship. Fake outrage generates real engagement, which generates real money, which encourages more fake outrage. Meanwhile, actual journalists who try to report real stories can't compete with 15 minutes of pure fantasy delivered by a robot voice. We're living in a timeline where completely made-up celebrity fights get more views than real news about wars and elections. And that should terrify everyone regardless of who you like or dislike on television. So the next time you see a thumbnail screaming that some beloved actor finally destroyed a talk show host you love to hate, take 10 seconds to ask yourself, do I actually see any proof this happened, or am I just watching someone's creative writing exercise set to royalty-free dramatic music? John Travolta never clashed with Joy Behar on The View. He was never kicked off any set. This entire story was manufactured for clicks, and millions fell for it because we all secretly want to believe our favorite celebrities are out there fighting the culture war on our behalf. But they're not. They're just living their lives while content farms exploit our tribal instincts for ad revenue. Do better than that. Demand actual evidence. Watch the real interviews instead of the fake ones. And maybe, just maybe, touch grass instead of refreshing YouTube for the next manufactured celebrity meltdown. Because if we keep rewarding this garbage, tomorrow it'll be your favorite star's face on the thumbnail with lies underneath, and the cycle will never end. Hit the like button if you're tired of fake drama, subscribe if you want the truth behind the headlines, and I'll see you in the next one where we expose whatever nonsense they cook up tomorrow. Stay skeptical out there.